welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks coming up next.
No single building has played host to more Super Bowls than this one right here. The Caesars Superdome in the Crescent City of New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, this is a club that's been put together largely through the draft the last few years. They've hit some home runs, and now here they are seeking their second Super Bowl title ever.
And while now it might be hard to believe in that first one, they were big underdogs. Super Bowl 48 to Peyton Manning and the Broncos in MetLife Stadium, but they were jet-propelled that day, and they'd like to be the same in this game.
Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now Geno. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Toward the pylon, caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and goal from the 1. Charbonnet will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Shedding through the defense. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throwing is Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Throwing now is Geno. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Pharaoh Brown from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, see they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out comes Houston. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
And the Seahawks had a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. As Stroud now to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
I call it no gain there on the first down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. Stroud now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Stroud to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was C.J. Stroud who finished off that drive with the touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Powering his way forward. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Smith now to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot here before break. Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
Mechie, the man in motion. Inside handoff to Mixon. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Mechie, the man in motion. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Right side, complete to Mechie. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Stroud. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Here's Stroud. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
17 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Throwing now is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Mixon trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Again, it's Charbonnet. Shoves him aside. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome, the 4th and final quarter. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And blocked down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Charbonnet. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Zach Charbonnet. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. So Stroud and the Texans down 21-14. A little over a minute to go. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on 1st down. Stroud. He'll get this complete to Collins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's Stroud. Caught left side by Mechie. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. Stroud to throw it. Quick slant here to Woods. And the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Stroud. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Stroud back to throw. Got a man. It's Collins complete.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Smith going to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell ready to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Seattle Seahawks, champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will conclude our coverage this year on EA Sports. I want to thank my partner, Charles Davis, for another incredible season together in the booth. Till the fall, folks, Brandon Gaudin saying good night from New Orleans.